Hey, welcome back everyone for the conclusion of Metroid Fusion for the Game Boy Advance. And like in the last video, this is post-game commentary because I'd actually filmed this part of my playthrough before the previous one, and I wanted to make sure that I wanted to make things look in sequence. So, instead of just having to do my live commentary and have it sound weird, I might as well just do the post-game commentary here, But yeah, as you could see there, I could not go back to where I was before, so... As you can see Adam telling me that I have to go to the operations room. But it's not quite that easy. I mean, yes, it's easy to get up there, but as expected, Samus has one more boss battle I'll have to deal with before she can actually get to the operations room, so... Yeah, once you get to this point, the first time through, there is no going back, so... And I was not happy at this point having to do this with only 16 energy tanks instead of 18, like I showed in the previous video. But, having forced to do this, I had no choice but to finish things off here. Yeah, the one time that the elevator works, now I'm at a point of no return. Thanks, game. Oh yeah, there's really not much to do in this main deck before you go to the final battle and that, so... Of course, this video here is gonna have a bit of needless backtracking here, but... Just figured, while I'm backtracking, it gives you guys one last glimpse of this main deck here before I go on my final battle, so... Which I should have destroyed this thing before, but for some reason I didn't. Actually, come to think of it, the reason why I didn't is because I did not have the power bomb at the time, so... There is a power bomb tank, but for the life of me, I don't know exactly how to get it, so you know what, I didn't even bother with it, but at least you know where it is, and as you can see, I can't go back to the habitation deck, which the game pretty much shepherds you into where you need to go here. You know, this game doesn't really let you go to very many places before you have to go to the operations room. And this is me trying to figure out exactly where I needed to go. So yeah, I figured I'd try one more time to get up there, but... As a matter of fact, I was still trying to... See, my mind was messed up from this, because I was still upset at the fact that I really couldn't go back and get my last 2 energy tanks in this part, so... My brain was kind of trying to deal with the situation, and of course I pushed the wrong button there. I should have pushed yes. As you can see, there's the target right there, which is the operations room. But yeah, it's a good thing I'm doing this post-game commentary, because if I would have kept my live commentary on there, you would have heard me mumbling and that, and having pretty much like a debate within myself of how could I be so stupid and botch up that ending, but of course I saved right here. And now I'm actually on my way to the operations room here, which I just need to go in here. Might as well do a recharge room one last time. And I think I go back and save again just to make sure. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I don't think I went back and saved again. Probably should have though, but no big deal if you don't. Okay, now we're heading up the elevator. And I'm just gonna edit this. As you can probably tell right there. It actually took me 2 attempts to get this final battle done. Well, the first attempt, I do have to say right now, this is the first time that I've actually fought the SAX, which I'd never gone this far before, so. But since I'm doing this post-game commentary anyway, I might as well just edit it to my successful run here, which, as you can see, the SAX may be imposing, but you can actually get it where if you're good, you can lock it into a pattern where you can just shoot and jump over it. Of course, I was doing a sloppy job here because this was only the second time I've ever fought this final battle, but I've actually watched several walkthroughs of this and how to handle this SAX battle, and you can actually quite screw up its AI to the point where it repeats itself over and over again. And I do have to say that the first phase of this final battle is the hardest part. As you can see, you know you get to second phase because it turns into this weird porno type thing, but I actually think this phase of the battle is quite easy. All it does is jump from side to side of you and just make sure you hit it with charge shots because I don't think missiles work on it. And as you can see, it really doesn't last that long at all. Now all you need to do is just get this Core X, which you gotta watch out for it because it shoots out its ice beams rather fast. Which I just completely missed out. But yeah, I was really surprised to get this done without losing all my energy like I did the first time. It goes to show that the learning curve to deal with this final SAX encounter isn't really all that steep, and it is rather learnable really quickly, so. And of course the X there won't allow you to collect it, which you'll see why soon enough, but now we have access to the operations room, which Adam told us before to change the path of the space station and have it crash into SR-388, so. And of course here's our classic escape sequence where we get the countdown and Samus says to get the heck out of there. Now, I do have to say something about it. This game does give you 3 minutes, and you'd think there would be a lot of time, but it actually isn't, especially with what comes up afterwards. And I should say right now, if you're trying to do a recharge room or a save room, it's not going to happen because they're all out of order, just simply because of the self-destruct sequence going on here, but yeah, you kind of have to hustle here because 3 minutes actually is not a lot of time in this. Here I could have just used my screw attack here and shave a few seconds off. Should I say, keep a few seconds instead of shaving a few seconds. That's pretty much what I did for not doing the screw attack there, but now we're back to where our ship is, but our ship is not here. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final boss of this game, which is the Omega Metroid. And like in Super Metroid, you have to let yourself go down to very low energy here. Well, hello there, SAX. And the good thing is, as much as the SAX hates us, it hates the Omega Metroid even more, so the SAX allows us to absorb it. There we go! Now Samus is starting to look a lot like she did in Super Metroid. And the key to this battle here is to not use missiles on it. You have to use the ice beam here that you just got, which is the final upgrade that you have in the game. Now, I didn't do this early on, but you have to charge these ice beam shots or else this battle is going to take a lot longer than what it needs to be. And you can tell the progress that you make on this because it'll start to change color. And as you can see there, don't let the Omega Metroid slash you, or else it'll have Samus huffing and puffing and waste precious seconds that, frankly, we do not have at this point, so. Of course, make sure you land your shots, too. And of course, if the Omega Metroid gets you in a corner like it did with me there, then you pretty much have no choice but to take the hit, but once the Omega Metroid turns red here, you know you're pretty much getting down to the wire with it, and I have to admit, I was kind of panicky doing here because I was noticing the clock and I'm like, oh geez, 40 more seconds, I hope I have enough time to get this. And as you can see, the Omega Metroid is defeated. Now, I do have to say right now, if you defeat it with 10 seconds or less, then you're not going to have enough time to board the ship, and that means you're going to have to do this thing all over again. But luckily, I beat this thing in enough time, and you're good to see this ship fly off, which... why did it fly into the ship instead of away from the ship? I just noticed that! Instead of flying out, I actually flew inside the station. Oh well. And one last soliloquy from our hero, Samus Aran. Once again, she reflects one last time on her commanding officer, or CO, which I had incorrectly said CEO, like an idiot on the one video that I made. But as you can see there, she's kind of thinking about what happened on this mission and how other people will see this, whether or not it's her being reckless or her being the hero. And we really don't know the answer to that because chronologically, this is her last adventure in the timeline, so we don't know what happens after this, unless they make a new Metroid game, but the way Nintendo is treating this series, I'm not even sure if we're even going to see another entry here, but oh well. Now, this part kind of has me scratching my head about this. Samus should have known something here, especially what happened earlier in the game. And I love how the computer here addresses her as lady. I think that's awesome. Yeah, that's what I said when I saw this too. I mean, come on, Samus. Now, I didn't care at this point what ending I got. Seeing this right here pretty much takes the cake for me. That is just way too cute, and I love seeing that. But there it is! There's Metroid Fusion for the Game Boy Advance, and I have to say right now, even though I had difficulties with this game, especially during the first half of this playthrough, and especially my botched ending, I have to say that this is my favorite Metroid game that I've played. I even like this more than Super Metroid. And, yeah, I know a lot of people may critique this game of being a little bit linear and having to stop every now and then to chat with the computer, but this game just seems overall satisfying to me. I like the length of it. It's not too long, but yet it's not too short. I love the music. I know I said that throughout the playthrough. The controls in that are pretty much the same as Super Metroid, and they were fantastic. The graphics were good. I mean, I really don't have a whole lot bad to say about this game, and if you guys haven't played this game yet, I highly suggest doing so, because this is definitely a Metroid game, especially if you're a fan, to pick up and play in that. And I don't know where the series is gonna go from here. I know Metroid Prime Federation Force is out, but yeah, that game does not look promising at all, and to be quite frank, I don't like how Nintendo is treating this series. This is one of those franchises in that spawned numerous games. It's highly popular, but yet Nintendo just doesn't seem to want to listen to their fans and listen to what kind of Metroid game that they want. And thank you so much for this game, Satoru Iwata, and God, we still miss you. And that's pretty much it, and we're gonna see what kind of ending that we get here, which I'm always looking forward to seeing what kind of ending it is. That is some suit, which is known as the unknown suit on the Metroid wiki. And I was actually kind of surprised. This was not the worst ending in the game. However, it was the next to worst ending, so... But anyway, you can see my clear time is 3 hours and 40 minutes, which isn't too good, and neither is the 80%, but... Oh well, which I kind of warned that I wasn't going to get 100% on this anyway, but... I had a fun time doing this game, and that's all that matters, so... And I thank each and every one of you that's taken time out to watch this playthrough, and thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will be seeing you guys again next time. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next, but hopefully it'll be something cool, so... And have a safe and happy Halloween.